Right, so saya ada minta you all buat soalan textbook, betul tak? Latihan untuk chapter 4.
Betul.
Ya, jadi hari ini saya nak discuss latihan tu lah, ya. Short answer question 1 and also 5, betul tak? Okay, so far semua okay ke? Boleh jawab ke? Atau masih lagi ada yang tak faham macam mana nak buat? Macam mana?
Soalan 5 tu kot.
Okay, yang lain okay? Soalan lain okay?
Soalan lain okey.
Okay. Right, so kita tengok dulu soalan 1. Page 131. Right, the table shows the market demand and supply schedules for rubber in Malaysia. Right, so first kali A ditanya draw the market demand and supply curve for rubber using graph paper. Jadi information yang ada dalam table kita draw lah ya dalam graph paper market equilibrium tu. Okay, kita pilih skala untuk harga tetaplah 100 sehingga 600 dan juga quantity. So this is quantity label. This is kena kurangkan sikit. So this is price in dollar, right? Jadi kita plot lah demand and supply. So kita ada equilibrium di sini and then kita label price, equilibrium price and also equilibrium quantity. Okay, and then soalan B, determine the equilibrium price and quantity of rubber. Tulis balik lah, ya, tulis balik. Equilibrium price is $400, equilibrium quantity is 2000 kilogram. Okay, yang ni okay tak semua?
Okay. Okay, madam.
Boleh ya? Okay. Soalan C, what will happen if the government fix the price of rubber at $500? How much is shortage or surplus? And what is the price control implemented by the government? Jadi kita tahu tadi harga equilibrium adalah 400. Bila government impose 500 sebagai price control, jadi apa yang akan berlaku? Bila harga di atas harga equilibrium akan berlaku surplus, betul tak? So harga di atas harga equilibrium berlaku surplus. So kita kata berlakulah surplus. Okay, surplus. Okay, there will be a problem of surplus dan berapa banyak, how much. Ya, kita tolaklah ya. Di dalam table tu $500, quantity supplied 3,200, quantity demanded 1,500. Jadi tolakkanlah 3,200 tolak 1,500, 1,700 kilogram. And what type of price control implemented? So it is, kalau di atas harga equilibrium, price, floor ataupun minimum price. Jadi it's optional. Ya, Kak, awak nak labelkan dekat diagram yang telah awak lukis tadi pun boleh. So saya mintalah, walaupun dia tak tanya disuruh awak label sahaja price control ini di atas diagram tu. Boleh? Ya, price floor, minimum price. Macam ni. Semua okey?
Okay.
Right. Soalan D, in a separate diagram, show and explain the effects of an increase in technology on the production of rubber. Okay, so now awak kena lukis dalam separate diagram. Bukan lukis ya, dia sketch sebenarnya. Sketch in a separate diagram, bukan atas graph paper, lukis hanya di atas kertas biasa. And then explain the effect, right? So when technology increases, technology adalah determinant of supply. So when technology increases, the cost of production will decrease. So bila cost of production decrease, the supply of rubber will increase. Okay, so the supply curve of rubber will shift to the right from SO to S1. So awak lukislah. Awak lukis initial SO intersect dengan demand, label E0, P0 and Q0. And shift, yes, supply curve shift to the right to S1. So there will be new equilibrium point E1. So here is the price 1 and quantity 1. Jadi apakah effect after the shift? The price decrease from P0 to P1 and quantity increases from Q0 to Q1 and E1 is the new equilibrium point. Okay, Boleh? Soalan 1 semua? Faham? Yang lain okey?
Okay, madam.
Okay, madam.
Alright, soalan 5, page 133. Alright, so soalan macam ni, dia kata the table shows the individual demand and market, demand and supply schedules for fish. Right. So dia suruh awak lukis apa? Using a graph paper, plot the market demand and supply curve for fish and determine the equilibrium price and quantity. Right. So information yang dibagi dalam table itu adalah individual demand, individual supply. Dia ada Diana, Angela, Rosine, ni adalah individual demand. Firm A, firm B, firm C, individual supply. Bila kita nak lukis equilibrium, market equilibrium, kita perlu cari market demand, market supply. Kita tak boleh lukis macam tu sahaja menggunakan information individual demand and supply. Jadi macam mana kita nak dapatkan market? Kita tambahlah ketiga-tiga quantity demanded, tambah ketiga-tiga quantity supply itu untuk dapatkan market demand, market supply. Okay, so kita cari dulu macam ni. So price $5, quantity demand, okay, market berapa? So 15 tambah 20 tambah 17, 52. And then 14 tambah 18 tambah 16, 48. 12, 15, 13, 40 dan seterusnya. Begitu juga dengan quantity supply. 5 tambah 8 tambah 13, 26. 8 tambah 10 tambah 16, 34 dan seterusnya. Faham tak? Okey, dah dapat market ni, lukis information ini yang awak lukis dalam market equilibrium. Bila awak lukis, awak akan dapat macam ni lah. This one. Right? So this is the price, this is the quantity. Okay, so you have the equilibrium price at $15, equilibrium quantity is 40 kilogram. Skala untuk quantity ni saya kecilkan. Saya guna 10, 10, 10. Boleh guna 20, 40, 60, 80 boleh, tapi nanti diagram dia jadi kecil sangat, macam tak berapa cantik kan. So saya kecilkan scale itu supaya diagram ni nampak lebih jelas. Alright. Okay. And then tulislah equilibrium price dia $15, equilibrium quantity 40 kg. Okay, soalan B. Suppose the government imposed $20 as the price control. Number 1, what is the price control implemented by the government? So bila harga government impose above the equilibrium price, dia adalah apa? Dia adalah price floor ataupun minimum price. Ya, price floor ataupun minimum price. Okay, so bila government impose price floor, jawab soalan nombor 2, determine whether there will be surplus or shortage. So berlaku surplus. Dan berapakah surplus tersebut? Tolaklah $20 tadi ni, ya. 54 tolak 32, kita dapat 22 kilogram. Dia punya kelebihan surplus. Right. Okay, question C. Show the effect of the following factors on the market for fish using separate diagram. So lukis setiap satu situasi itu, setiap satu diagram lah. Okay, soalan 1, the government increase the subsidy given to fish seller. Right, so now when government give subsidy, government increase the subsidy, so dia akan affect supply. So bila government increase the subsidy, the cost of production will decrease. So bila cost of production decrease, the supply of fish will increase and the supply curve will shift to the right from SO to S1. Right? So what happened after the shift? After the shift, the price reduced from P0 to P1 and quantity increases from Q0 to Q1. Okay? Right. Soalan seterusnya, soalan 2. The price of chicken increases. So apa kena mengenai chicken dengan fish? Sebab chicken dengan fish ni dia substitutes. Okay? So when the price of chicken increases, the demand for fish will increase. Sebab harga ayam mahal, orang akan beli ikan lah. Right? So the demand for fish will increase and the demand curve for fish will shift to the right from D0 to D1. So apa yang berlaku after the shift? After the shift, price increases from P0 to P1 and quantity increases from Q0 to Q1. Right, and number 3, the monsoon season has just started. Okay, so monsoon ni tengkujuh kan? So musim hujan ya, musim nelayan tak boleh tangkap ikan. Jadi bila monsoon season has started, supply of fish will decrease, the supply curve will shift to the left from SO to S1. So what happened after the shift? The price increases from P0 to P1 and quantity decreases from Q0 to Q1. Okay. Boleh faham? Macam mana nak jawab?
Boleh.
Jadi soalan yang dia suruh awak lukis ni, sketch market equilibrium and explain apa berlaku selepas situasi-situasi ni terjadi. Jadi inilah cara awak explain. Saya dah bagi dah siap-siap jawapan dia macam ni. Dan awak juga boleh check jawapan di belakang textbook ni, ada jawapan. Okay? Alright, boleh ya?
Boleh,
Okay.
boleh.
Saya bagi masa dalam 10 minit, cuba buat soalan multiple choice boleh tak? Page 129 until 131. Okay. Lepas tu kita discuss ya, soalan 1 sampai soalan 10, 1 sampai 10. Kemudian soalan 16 sampai 18 dan 20. 1 sampai 10, 16 sampai 18 dan soalan 20. Okay, 10 minit, after that kita discuss. Okey, kita bincang soalan multiple choice ya, soalan 1. If the price is above the equilibrium price, there would be the problem of kalau harga di atas harga equilibrium, masalah apa? Surplus and the price will
Decrease.
So yes, so the answer is C, betul tak? So bila harga di atas harga equilibrium, masalah surplus berlaku. So bila masalah surplus berlaku, harga akan turun balik kepada harga equilibrium lah. Jawapan C. Alright, number 2. When price increases towards the equilibrium price, the problem of will be resolved. Bila harga naik semula ke harga equilibrium. So apa masalah yang dapat diselesaikan di situ? Apa masalah yang dapat diselesaikan?
Shortage.
Ya, betul, shortage. Okay, so shortage. Bila berlaku shortage, harga akan go back, naik semula ke harga equilibrium. Okay, seterusnya, an increase in the size of population in the market will cause. So bila size of population increases, population ni adalah determinant of demand. So bila population meningkat, apa berlaku kepada demand curve?
Demand curve shift rightwards.
Okay, betul ya. The demand curve to shift rightwards. D jawapan dia. Okay, number 4. Ni tak boleh, ni kosong. Okay, number 4. Number 4, a sales tax on cigarettes imposed by the government will make the supply curve shift
Rightwards.
Okay. Okay. So sales tax imposed by the government, bila government impose tax kepada producer, cost akan meningkat. Bila cost meningkat, dia akan kurangkan supply. So supply curve akan shift leftwards. So bila supply curve shift leftwards, harga akan naik. So jawapan dia adalah C. Awak boleh sketch. So bila government impose tax, supply shift to the left, so price akan increase. Jawapannya C. Ni kosong. Ni bawa turun 3. Okay. Boleh ya? Faham?
Faham.
Soalan 5, what would be the effect if the government reduce the subsidy given to farmer? So apa jadi? Subsidi ni adalah determinant of supply. So bila subsidi reduce, government bagi subsidi kepada farmer sebab government nak farmer tu tambah supply. So bila subsidi dikurangkan, supply akan berkurangan. So apa jawapan dia?
Supply. D.
Okay, D. Supply of agriculture produce will decrease. Okay, soalan 6. A severe flood caused serious damages to vegetable crops. This will result in the, so masalah banjir menyebabkan masalah tanaman sayur-sayuran. Apa yang akan jadi?
Supply for vegetables to drop.
Okay, good. Yes, supply for vegetables to drop. Bukan quantity supply. Sebab quantity supply ni, kalau quantity supply, kalau harga barang itu sendiri, harga vegetables itu sendiri yang berubah. Tetapi kalau supply ni determinant ataupun shift of the supply curve lah, right? Okay, soalan 7. Market equilibrium is a situation where
Quantity demanded equals to quantity supplied.
betul, quantity demanded equals to quantity supplied. Soalannya, jawapannya C. Okay, 8. Which of the following situation is likely when price floor is imposed by the government? So apa jadi kalau government impose price price floor, harga di atas harga equilibrium, apa akan berlaku?
Surplus.
Surplus. Okay, so kalau surplus apa jawapan dia? Ada tak jawapan dekat situ?
The producer's income is protected.
The producer's income is protected. Maknanya bila government impose price floor, pendapatan producer akan dapat protected lah, alright? Kalau price kalau berlaku surplus, maksud surplus adalah quantity supply more than quantity demand. Tapi pilihan jawapan tak ada kan, iaitu so jawapan yang terbaik adalah D. Okay, 9. Hoarding is an activity that tends to occur when sorokkan barang berlaku apabila government impose apa?
Price.
Hoarding, sorokkan barang.
Price ceiling is set by the government.
Betul, price ceiling ya, B. Okay, kenapa producer nak sorokkan barang? Bila harga terlalu rendah dalam pasaran. So dia nak government naikkan harga, jadi dia sorokkan barang sebab government dah impose price ceiling. Price ceiling tu di bawah harga equilibrium. So dia nak naikkan harga, dia nak suruh government naikkan harga, dia sorokkan barang. So masa price ceiling lah benda ni berlaku. Number 10, suppose the government implement maximum price for wheat flour. Which of the following situation is true? Jadi government implement maximum price untuk tepung gandum. Maximum price tu price ceiling lah, price di bawah harga equilibrium. Apa yang akan berlaku?
Quantity demanded for wheat flour is greater than the quantity supplied.
Betul ya, quantity demanded for wheat flour is greater than the quantity supplied. Sebab berlaku shortage. Shortage ni adalah apabila quantity demand lebih dari quantity supply. Okay, bila government impose maximum price, minimum price, supply curve, demand curve tak akan shift. Ya, so jawapan C dengan D tu dah totally salah lah. Right? Okay. Sorry ya, sambil saya mengajar anak, sambil saya mengajar awak juga. Kamu semua. Alright, soalan berapa? 16 sampai 18. Ya. Which of the following factors causes the demand curve to shift from D0 to D1? So tengok diagram tu. So demand curve shift from D0 to D1, maknanya demand increase. So apa faktor-faktor yang menyebabkan demand boleh shift? Ya. Increase in taste and preference, decrease in income, increase in technology, decrease in number of buyer. Mana satu?
Increase in taste and preferences.
Taste and preferences.
Alright, good. A ya, increase in taste and preference. Ya. So bila taste increase, demand pun increase. Income, decrease income, demand curve shift to the left. Decrease in buyer, shift to the left. Tapi kalau teknologi untuk supply. Jadi jawapan yang paling tepat adalah A. Buat balik sama macam tadi. Okay, soalan 17. What causes the movement from point A to B? From A to B. Cuba lihat A to B. So dia affect supply movement, movement on the supply curve. Okay, so apa yang berlaku? Apa jawapan yang paling sesuai?
B.
B.
An increase in the price of own good. Ingat movement, ya, movement along the same supply curve or demand curve, dia akan menyebabkan harga barang itu sendiri yang berubah. Ya, B. Alright, 18. Which of the following situations results in the reduction of advertisement? So advertisement ni determinant of apa? Determinant of demand. So bila reduce in advertisement, apa berlaku? Kita lihat demand curve akan shift ke mana?
C to D.
Shift to the left.
Okay, so movement dia dari mana shift dia tu? From
C to D.
C to D. Ya, soalannya, jawapannya C. Ya, C to D. Okay, soalan 20. Suppose there is a shortage of movie tickets, we can predict that, okay, berlaku shortage dalam movie ticket. So apa akan berlaku?
The price of movie tickets will rise.
Okay, good. The price of movie tickets will rise. Of course, bila berlaku kekurangan, memang selalunya harga akan meningkat. Okay, right. So the answer is C. Okay, so macam mana boleh faham macam mana nak jawab soalan multiple choice, macam mana nak jawab soalan structure untuk chapter 4 ni. Okay semua?
Boleh.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Ada apa-apa nak tanya?
Buat masa ni tak ada lagi.
Tak ada ya, okay ya. Alright, jadi saya actually saya nak bincang